Hello everyone, welcome back to My Life Through Music. This is Kiley Mullins with Spiritual Soldiers, and this is the series where we are sharing our songs and the stories behind them. Today we're going to be talking about Get Up Samson. This is one of our funner songs, and it's one that I've always loved to get up and sing because it just brings smiles to everyone's faces. 85 to 90% of our songs come with a major backstory. They come with an experience or something that we're going through, something we're going through with somebody else that the Lord is wanting to portray or share how to get through things. But there's another 10 or 15% of our songs that just come randomly, that the Lord just blesses us with. And Get Up Samson happens to be one of those songs. I was on my way to pick up Jordy from school. I was driving over an overpass and the Lord just gave it to me. It's one that I've always loved and have appreciated getting, but since there's not a major backstory to it, what I figured I would do today is share a little bit of the behind the scenes to the music and how the music came together. And so when we were in Nashville, it was a very fun time. It was very, the musicians kind of didn't know what to do with this song. In the middle of it, when you hear the snips, in between the second and third verse, they all kind of came to a crashing halt, and we all had a really good laugh about it because it wasn't something that they were prepared for. But they worked it out. It was really good. But what I want to talk about today is the beginning, the intro, because Dave Cleveland, which is a fantastic guitarist, was working on this project with us, and he put this intro coming into the song. The intro is literally 4 seconds long, and yet it took several hours for him to finally get. It was something that, because not only was he playing just the first run of it, but he had to do it in several different keys to make sure that all the harmonies were there, and it had to be exactly the same in real time, every time. And so it was kind of stressful for him to have to get it down. And so the piano player, who is the late Larry Goss, and also another fantastic, beautiful, wonderful musician, he stayed with Dave and would play on the piano the keys that Dave needed to hit and would slow it way down so that he could practice it over and over and over and over again. And it finally came together, and he was so relieved at the end. And he came in and he was like, "Did I get it?" And he was pulling his hair out, and he just was so happy that he was finally able to do it. So when you listen to this song and you hear this first 4 seconds, remember, it took several hours for it to actually come together. So here is Get Up Samson, and I hope you enjoy it. Get up, Samson, don't give in to your lust. Get up, Samson, she's not someone you can trust. Get up, Samson, don't let her cut your hair. Get up, Samson, you need to get out of there. Delilah knew that Samson was a man, though his strength was very great. So she thought how she'd get to him was pretend to be his mate. "Oh, Samson, it's not fair to me, your strength I do not know. I think you would tell me if you love me so. Get up, Samson, don't give in to your lust. Get up, Samson, she's not someone you can trust. Get up, Samson, don't let her cut your hair. Get up, Samson, you need to get out of there." She tried and tried a few more times to get him to tell her how his strength would come upon him, and she wanted to know now. "Oh, Samson, won't you tell me? You know I'm one to trust. I promise I won't tell if you tell me just this once." Snip, snip, snip. Now Samson lost his eyes and hair, and his strength and life went too. But there's a mighty lesson here, and it pertains to me and you. While laying in temptation's lap, the enemy does seek how to steal and take your life when he finds out where you're weak. So get up, Samson, don't give in to your lust. Get up, Samson, she's not someone you can trust. Get up, Samson, don't let her It's so easy to take for granted the people who put so much time and effort into ministry. It's so easy to take for granted pastors and servers and those who are folding the bulletins and those who are washing the dishes. Somebody has to take their time and their effort to be able to put things together in order for others to be ministered to. And in doing so, it can be very tedious, it can be very stressful, it can be very uncomfortable. But in doing so, it's also very blessed, and it helps for other people to be ministered to. So I just suggest that maybe if you've never volunteered at a church, if you've never volunteered in your community, that you would do so, that you would see the other side of things, the back end where the ideas are flowing, where the situations are coming together, where there might be a lot of time and effort spent trying to figure out how to work things out and how to do things. Because there is a very blessed time in all of that, in trusting the Lord to see where He's going to take things and how He wants to do things. And so I just encourage you not to just be ministered to, but to go out and minister to others. To go out and volunteer, wash dishes, serve people, help fold bulletins, do whatever needs to be done, because a lot of the people who are doing all the extra work, sometimes they want to pull their hair out. Sometimes it can get really tedious and really stressful, and all they need is a little break. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this song. I hope that if you did, that you come back next week and hear our next song. If you want to hit like or subscribe, I would really appreciate that as well. Otherwise, I am Kiley Mullins, and I will see you later.
Samson, won't you tell me? You know I'm one to trust. I promise I won't tell if you tell me just this once. Snip, snip, snip. Now Samson lost his eyes and hair, and his strength and life went too. But there's a mighty lesson here, and it pertains to me and you. While laying in